President-elect Donald Trump has time and again mentioned Canada as a great state of Canada and he's calling the Prime Minister as the governor. Pierre Poilievre ਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ ਸੀ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਰਿਐਕਸ਼ਨ ਕੀ ਹੈ? ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਕਿ ਸਾਡਾ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਕਮਜ਼ੋਰ ਬਹੁਤ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦਾ ਮਜ਼ਾਕ ਉਡਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ.
Trudeau and the NDP-Liberal government are a joke. The whole world is laughing at Canada. President Trump and his staff are rolling around on the ground in gut-splitting laughter. They are having so much fun looking at the clown show in Canada.
Jagmeet Singh, in an interview with a news channel, did not promise to vote against the Trudeau government.
Jagmeet Singh is a total fake and a sellout. He needs to wait until February of next year to get his pension. So he's delaying the election until his pension kicks in. I was horrified to see the death of that wonderful young international student who was working as a security guard in Edmonton. He was about 21 years old, just doing his job, murdered. What a heartbreaking story. My thoughts and my prayers go out to his wonderful family. I'm going to bring in mandatory jail, not bail. Jail, not bail, will keep the criminals behind bars so they can no longer destroy our communities.
Conservative Party of Canada, the leader of opposition, ਸੰਸਦ ਵਿੱਚ ਵਿਰੋਧੀ ਧਿਰ ਦੇ ਆਗੂ ਪੀਅਰ ਪੋਇਲੀਐਵ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਇੰਟਰਵਿਊ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ. Hi Pierre, very good morning. Welcome sir.
Great to be with you. Thank you for the invitation today.
Thank you very much for joining us. So, reflecting on 24, what are the key points and key policy wins or initiatives you believe have resonated most with Canadians, and how do you plan to build up those successes in the year ahead?
I would say, first of all, people love my plan to axe the carbon tax. As you know, Trudeau and the NDP-Liberals have put in this tax that has caused food prices to rise 36% faster in Canada than in the United States. And they have passed a law to quadruple that tax up to 61 cents a litre over the next 5 years. With the support of George Shahal, he has voted to raise your taxes. But my plan is to axe the tax altogether to bring down gas, heat, and grocery bills. Then secondly, I've said I'll take the GST off new homes to bring down the cost by about $50,000 for the purchase of a new house. Third, I'm going to reduce income tax so that hard work pays off and you bring home more of each dollar you earn. To pay for it all, we're going to slash bureaucracy, consultants, corporate welfare, foreign aid, so that we can bring down deficits, interest rates, and inflation. In other words, bigger paychecks, lower costs, that's common sense. Let's bring it home in 2025.
ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਫੈਡਰਲ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਹੈ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਜਸਟਿਨ ਟਰੂਡੋ ਦੀ ਅਗਵਾਈ ਵਿੱਚ ਚੱਲਣ ਵਾਲੀ NDP ਲਿਬਰਲ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਨਾਮ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਹੈ. ਨਾਲ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਲੋਕਲ ਲਿਬਰਲ MP ਜਾਰਜ ਚਾਹਲ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਨਾਮ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬਿੱਲ ਪਾਸ ਹੋਏ ਨੇ, ਚਾਹੇ ਉਹ ਕ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਰਿਲੇਟਡ ਨੇ, ਚਾਹੇ ਉਹ ਟੈਕਸ ਰਿਲੇਟਡ ਨੇ, ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਵੋਟਾਂ ਪਾਈਆਂ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਬੋਝ ਪਾਇਆ. And Canada has faced significant challenges this year, from inflation to housing affordability to rise in crime. What would you say your party's top 3 priorities for addressing these issues next year?
All right, let's go through it. Axe the tax, build the homes, fix the budget, stop the crime. So I've already said I'm going to axe the carbon tax, but I'm also going to fix the budget, which means capping spending and cutting waste to bring down inflation and interest rates. Housing costs, we not only need to take off the GST, but I want to incentivize local municipalities to speed up permits, free up land, and cut development charges to build the homes of the future. I also want to stop the crime. And the way you do that is by locking up the criminals. I was horrified to see the death of that wonderful young international student who was working as a security guard in Edmonton. He was about 21 years old, just doing his job, murdered. What a heartbreaking story. I think he's from Punjab, and my thoughts and my prayers go out to his wonderful family. We need to lock up the criminals that did this, but unfortunately, Justin Trudeau and George Shahal have voted to let these criminals go free. They passed C-75 that allows catch and release of criminals through automatic bail. They passed C-83, which allows multiple mass murderers to be freed from maximum security penitentiaries to go into medium security. And they passed C-5, which allows house arrest. So you steal a car, you get arrested, you go home, and do your sentence in your living room. You could sit there and play Grand Theft Auto on your computer when you should be in jail. So I'm going to reverse all these liberal laws. I'm going to bring in mandatory jail, not bail. Jail, not bail. Jail, not bail will keep the criminals behind bars so they can no longer destroy our communities. Communities like Forest Lawn and Ogden and Shaughnessy, where I grew up in southwest Calgary. The people living there deserve to be safe, and they will be safe when I'm Prime Minister.
ਐਡਮਿੰਟਨ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਾਡਾ 20-21 ਸਾਲ ਦਾ ਨੌਜਵਾਨ ਸਿਕਿਉਰਿਟੀ ਗਾਰਡ ਦੀ ਡਿਊਟੀ ਦੇ ਰਿਹਾ ਸੀ, ਮਾਰਿਆ ਗਿਆ। ਉਸ ਦੇ ਕਾਤਲਾਂ ਦਾ ਜ਼ਿਕਰ ਕਰਦਿਆਂ ਪੀਅਰ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਜੇ ਕਾਨੂੰਨ ਸਖਤ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਜੇ ਇਹ ਬਿੱਲ ਪਾਸ ਨਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਅੱਜ ਅੰਦਰ ਹੁੰਦੇ। ਬੇਲ ਨਾਟ ਜੇਲ ਕਈ ਵਾਰੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਸ਼ਬਦ ਵਰਤਿਆ ਕਿ ਬੇਲ ਨਹੀਂ, ਜੇਲ੍ਹ ਟਰਮ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਹੋਣੀ ਚਾਹੀਦੀ ਸੀ, ਅਤੇ ਇਸ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਲਿਬਰਲ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਦੋਸ਼ੀ ਠਹਿਰਾਇਆ। And very recently our federal finance minister resigned, and the fall economic statement says the deficit is ballooning up to $61.9 billion. So how do you look at it?
It's out of control. It's out of control. Trudeau said the deficit wouldn't go a penny over $40 billion. And now it's $62 billion. And his own finance minister resigns the day that she's supposed to introduce the fall economic update, causing panic around the world. Our dollar dropped to its lowest level in 20 years, 69 cents. Lower dollar means less buying power for customers. Our food and our fuel will be more expensive because those things are priced in U.S. dollars. So we need to fire Justin Trudeau and take back control of spending, debt, inflation, and taxes. Only the common sense conservatives will do that. And that's why we need an axe the tax election today to get it done.
And Jagmeet Singh, in an interview with a news channel, did not promise to vote against the Trudeau government. So how do you look at those rhetoric that are being created by Jagmeet Singh when he stands in favor of the Federal Liberal Party or the government?
Jagmeet Singh is a total fake and a sellout. Let's be honest. He hasn't won an election because he needs to wait until February of next year to get his pension, his $2.2 million pension. And so he's delaying the election until his pension kicks in. And it is a real shame that Canadians are paying the price for this costly, chaotic, corrupt Liberal government because Jagmeet Singh will not vote non-confidence to trigger an axe the tax election.
And President-elect Donald Trump has time and again mentioned Canada as a great state of Canada, and he's calling the Prime Minister as the governor of that great state of Canada. How do you look at this rhetoric that is being created by him?
It's because Justin Trudeau and the NDP-Liberal government are a joke. The whole world is laughing at Canada because of our ridiculous government. We have a chaotic and costly clown show in Ottawa I think President Trump and his staff are rolling around on the ground in gut-splitting laughter. They are having so much fun looking at the clown show in Canada. And it's no fun for us because we have to live with it. You have to live with the crime. You have to live with the danger, the crazy grocery prices and housing costs. Canadians are paying a very serious price for having a ridiculous clown as our prime minister. And it's time that come to an end with an axe the tax election so that I can bring it home. We need a strong leader, brains and backbone, to stand up for this country and put Canada first.
As you prepare for the next federal election, sir, what is your message to Canadians who are undecided about your leadership? How do you plan to earn their trust and demonstrate that your vision is the right path for Canada?
Well, it will be an axe the tax election, so you're going to have to decide, do you support the NDP-Liberal plan that they've now passed into law to quadruple the carbon tax to 61 cents a litre, which will shut down Alberta's entire economy? It'll mean hundreds of thousands of jobs pour out of Canada to the U.S. Food will no longer make it to the grocery shelves because our truckers will no longer be able to ship it. And Donald Trump will smile as all the jobs go to America. Or do you want the common sense conservatives? We're going to axe the tax, cut other taxes, unleash our economy to boom like never before. That is the beautiful, bright, hopeful future. I grew up in Calgary, in a modest suburb in the south end of town. I was adopted by two school teachers, and they taught me that it didn't matter where I came from. It mattered where I was going. It didn't matter if my name was Singh or Smith, Poilievre or Patel, Martin or Mohammed. If I worked hard, I could do anything I wanted. That was the Canadian promise. And I'm going to bring that promise home for our country again.
And Pierre, what is your message for our listeners today?
Have hope. Better days are coming. Remember, life wasn't like this before Trudeau, and it's not going to be like this after he's gone. We're going to unleash our energy sector, and boom, we're going to produce more oil and gas, more great Western Canadian produce from our farmers. We're going to have powerful paychecks that fund great schools and hospitals and give our people a hopeful, bright future. We can be the richest country in the world with our resources, our land mass, our four coasts, our proximity to the biggest and most powerful military and economic superpower in the history of the world, the United States. Imagine the future we can have if we unlock our potential. Now let's just bring it home.
And Pierre, on behalf of the RED FM management, my staff colleagues and myself, I wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a very Happy New Year ahead, sir.
Thank you so much. Happy holidays to all of you. Merry Christmas to your listeners, and let's bring it home for Canada.
Thank you and have a nice day, sir.
Okay, bye.
ਜਿਹੜੀ ਗੱਲ ਸਾਡਾ ਗੁਆਂਢੀ ਦੇਸ਼ ਦਾ ਚੁਣਿਆ ਗਿਆ ਰਾਸ਼ਟਰਪਤੀ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਸੂਬਾ ਬਣੇ, 51ਵਾਂ ਸੂਬਾ ਬਣੇ। ਤੂੰ ਸਾਡਾ 11ਵਾਂ ਸੂਬਾ ਕਿਉਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਬਣ ਸਕਦਾ? 10 ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ, 11ਵਾਂ ਸੂਬਾ ਬਣਾ ਲਿਆ ਜਾਵੇ, ਫਿਰ ਗੱਲ ਕਿਵੇਂ ਲੱਗੇਗੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ? ਤੇ ਉਹ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਇਹ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦਾ, ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਵੀ ਉਹ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ। ਪੀਅਰ ਪੋਲੀਐਵਰ ਨੂੰ ਪੁੱਛਿਆ ਸੀ ਵੀ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਰਿਐਕਸ਼ਨ ਕੀ ਹੈ? ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਕਿ ਸਾਡਾ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਕਮਜ਼ੋਰ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੈ, ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਕਮਜ਼ੋਰ ਹੈ, ਔਰ ਕੁਝ ਅਜਿਹੇ ਸ਼ਬਦਾਂ ਦੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਵਰਤੋਂ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਕਮਜ਼ੋਰੀ ਕਰਕੇ ਹੀ ਉਹ ਬੋਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਸਕਦੇ, ਗੱਲ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ, ਅਤੇ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਉਸ ਦਾ ਸਾਡੇ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦਾ ਮਜ਼ਾਕ ਉਡਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ। ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਗੱਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਐਕਸ ਦਾ ਟੈਕਸ, ਬਿਲਡ ਦਾ ਹੋਮਸ ਅਤੇ ਕ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਨੂੰ ਖਤਮ ਕਰਨ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਉਹ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਹੈ। ਕਾਮਨ ਸੈਂਸ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਕਾਮਨ ਸੈਂਸ ਕੰਜ਼ਰਵੇਟਿਵ ਆਉਣਗੇ ਅਤੇ ਉਹ ਆ ਕੇ ਉਹ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਕਿ ਜੇ ਮੈਂ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਮ ਮਿਨਿਸਟਰ ਬਣਿਆ, ਜੇ ਮੇਰੀ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਬਣੀ, ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਪੇ ਚੈੱਕ ਵੱਡੇ ਹੋਣਗੇ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਪੈਸੇ ਜਮ੍ਹਾਂ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ ਹੋਣਗੇ, ਖਰਚੇ ਘੱਟ ਹੋਣਗੇ, ਟੈਕਸ ਖਤਮ ਹੋਵੇਗਾ, ਆਇਲ ਐਂਡ ਗੈਸ ਦੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਡਕਸ਼ਨ ਚੋਖੀ ਹੋਵੇਗੀ, ਇਸ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਵੱਧ ਮੁਲਕਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਭੇਜ ਸਕਾਂਗੇ, ਵੱਧ ਕਮਾਈ ਅਸੀਂ ਕਰ ਸਕਾਂਗੇ। ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੁਝ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਵਾਅਦੇ ਕੀਤੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਆਪ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਕ੍ਰਿਸਮਸ ਦੀ ਹੌਲੀਡੇਜ਼ ਦੀ ਵਧਾਈ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਹੈ, ਨਵੇਂ ਸਾਲ ਦੀ ਚੰਗੇ ਰਹਿਣ ਦੀ ਕਾਮਨਾ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ। ਅਜੇ ਤੱਕ ਤਾਂ ਸਿਰਫ ਤੋੜਾ ਹੀ ਝਾੜਿਆ ਜੀ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਮੌਜੂਦਾ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਹਰ ਪੜਾਅ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਫੇਲ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ, ਹਰ ਮਰਹਲੇ 'ਤੇ ਫੇਲ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ। ਜੇ ਸਾਡੀ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਆਈ ਤਾਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਕੁਝ ਤਬਦੀਲ ਕਰਾਂਗੇ, ਇਹਦਾ ਵਾਅਦਾ ਵੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ।